Alrighty, so it looks like we have the next, I guess, pirate coming inbound. Vane. There's another one. I don't know who he is. I don't know if he's from some show or what. I don't know. I realized just today, actually, at the time of this recording, August 19th, that Brutus is from Skeleton Crew. I mean, I know it was said, CG said that in the developer's insights on that kit reveal, but you know, I never saw anything of him before, but then I saw a picture online with him in the background with Jude Law's character, and I was like, oh yeah, that's Brutus. Huh. Ain't that something? Probably like most people, I haven't seen Skeleton Crew because, well, I don't know, I just felt disappointed by a lot of these shows that have come out by Disney, you know, the stupid Acolyte and other shows that have sucked. So Mandalorian Season 3... Season 2 kind of as well. I mean, Season 1 was great, 2 was mediocre, and 3 was just garbage, and so, you know, anyways. So yeah, now we have Vane, and then there's that quote right there. You probably think this post is about you. Depending on how old you are, you might not even know what that's referencing. It's some kind of a song from like the 70s. You're so vain. You probably think this song is about you, don't you? I don't know who the artist is, but I know the song. Which, as a side note, since CG wanted to bring it up, I always thought that song was kind of contradictory to its message, because it's saying that you are so vain that this song that I'm singing right now, you probably think I'm talking about you. I'm calling you vain. And it's like, yeah, you actually are calling that person vain, whoever it is, because you keep referring to this individual just generically as you. So whoever it is that you are referencing, they know who they are. You know, she's not talking to me. She doesn't know who I am. She doesn't know who my mom is. She doesn't know who my dad is. She's not talking to either of them. She's not talking to my grandparents. She's not talking to, you know, anybody else. She's talking to whoever she's specifically calling vain. So, one, yeah, and she's specifically saying, you're so vain. So she is calling somebody vain, and that person knows who they are. And then she says, you probably think this song is about you, don't you? Well, yeah, it would be. Like, you're calling them out for being vain. You're talking crap about them because they're vain. So, yeah, the song is about them. That's not a vanity thing. They're recognizing you talking crap about them. So what are you telling me? That you made a song referencing that person's qualities or negative qualities as you would see it to a T, but it's not about them? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, the song is about that person. I've always thought that every time I hear that song. Anyways, let's just carry on with this, the actual matter at hand. You know, looking at this character, he looks like something else. It's almost like maybe Voldemort is what I'm thinking of. I don't know. I see him and I think it's something else, but I can't quite place it. It's just the face. The body, I think, is what's throwing it off for me, because he's got the body of, like, Captain Athano, but he's got the face of something else, and I'm thinking maybe Voldemort because of the lack of a nose. Anyways, unit name Vane, Dark Side, Tank, Pirate, Scoundrel, Order 66 Raid. Cool. Key attributes: a resilient tank who protects allies, adapts to any fight, turns the tide with powerful defensive skills, and excels under Darkside pirate leaders. Vane becomes the ultimate shield for pirate crews, soaking up damage, protecting allies, and growing tougher the longer the fight goes on. So, with the release of all these pirates, they seem to be all benefiting Darkside characters, which in a way makes sense, because you have the new Pirate Hondo GL coming out, and even though the regular GL is neutral, they made this one Darkside. So, in that regard, it makes sense to have a lot of synergy with Darkside pirates. That way, then you can build a team around GL Hondo. And since he's a GL, obviously you want to have a pretty solid team around your GL. You don't want a GL that just sucks. You don't want a C 2.0. But at the same time, I'm thinking Conquest characters are pretty good as well. They're kind of like a step under GLs, especially with their Omicrons. If they're in the game mode that their Omicrons are for, they can be just as good as a GL. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, when Conquest characters first came out, that's one of the messages that CG had with them, was that their Omicrons can bring them to another level and basically make them a contender against the GL. Now, granted, it's not always, it's just in the game mode that the Omicrons are 4, but still, it makes them a very solid character. So anyways, all I'm trying to get at is, we got Maz Kanata, or however you say her last name, coming out, and she doesn't really have too much of a team built around her. Yes, some of these pirates do have synergy with her and all that, and, you know, you could build the team using some of them, but, like, the heavy focus is on dark side leaders, either Captain Athano or the upcoming GL Hondo. So it's just kind of like, what are you supposed to use Maz for then? Like, is she... I don't know. What are you supposed to use her for when they're not really developing a team around her? Or are you supposed to use, like, current pirates, you know, like Sana Staros and the current Hondo, and who else is a pirate that's light side? Like, are you supposed to use them, or... I just don't get it. I almost feel like they brought Maz into the game, but didn't really do much to, like, give her any value. It's kind of weird. Anyhow, the inspiration for Vane is, Vane made his first appearance on The Mandalorian, where he was part of Gorian Shard's gang, which we don't even have Gorian Shard, so... what? He was able to save his own skin with Gorian's defeat, eventually ending up in the deploy of Brutus after the mutiny from Captain Silvo. We represented this survival instinct by giving him the tank role. His ability names are all taken from lines spoken in Skeleton Crew. So is he another one that's from Skeleton Crew? Is that what he's from? Another character that I guess exists somewhere, I'm just unaware. Anyhow, strategy tips. Here we go, now they're going to talk about all the moves, even though nobody's seen the moves yet because the kit reveal comes after this. I hate how they kind of do this. They start talking about these moves like nobody even saw these mother effing moves yet. You need to talk about this after the kit reveal. You can't do it before, this doesn't make sense. But anyways, using We Just Want the credits not only deals damage, but also fortifies Vane with defense based on how much profit he has. Put it down, little one. Lets Vane adapt to the situation, stunning enemies if he has more health, or recovering and gaining evasion up if he has less. If he has enough profit, he can steal taunt from enemies and boost his defense. There we go, another one of those weird stealing moves. Like, don't give yourself actual boosts, nope, or buffs, nope. Just steal them from the enemy. And like, okay, on one hand, that's cool. You're stealing it from the enemy so they no longer have it, and now you do. A taunt can be kind of annoying, so you steal that taunt from the enemy, boom, now it's like it got dispelled, now you can attack anybody, and at the same time, your tank is now taunting because they stole it. Alright, but at the same time, if there's no good buffs to steal from the other team, then you're never going to get anything. It's better when you can just actually give yourself a boost. Like Yoda's special when he does his, Grandmaster's meditation or something, and he gives everybody foresight and offense up and all this. That's a solid move. You don't have to rely on the other team having some for you to take. It's just there. Here you go. Hey, everybody's got a nice little boost. Anyhow, Vane is a dependable ally for the pirates. He takes the buffs from allies onto himself. Okay, and then recovers their health and protection when they're damaged, and soaks incoming damage, which helps the team last longer in battles. So if he can soak incoming damage, what does this mean? A, he has high health, and B, he has high defense? I mean, I would think that's the best ways to soak damage, if you have high defense and high health. Now, I'm only phrasing it this way, because obviously you can mod the character that way, but there's also the baseline underlying stats. So, like, is that kind of like what CG focused on him? I'd hope so, because that seems to make the most sense. Also, he can take debuffs from allies and put them onto himself. That's kind of cool. I mean, it could be terrible if he's stealing a whole bunch of debuffs from everyone else and he's super stacked with damage over times and all this crap. But still, it's kind of cool to keep your team clean, so that way then they can be in tip shape. That's good. When teamed up with Galactic Legend, Pirate King, Hondo Anaka, could we have a longer name, please? Vane reaches his full potential, becoming even stronger and more resilient. Yes, I gathered as much when you said in the beginning that he works best with dark side pirates. Obviously, Captain Athano, he'll have some synergy with because they're both dark side, but it's not going to be maxed out. Obviously, with Pirate King Hondo, it's going to be maxed out. Anyhow, FAQ. How do I unlock Vane? Well, that's a really dumb question because you know it's going to be on the Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, August 19th. So just add 7 to today. That makes it the 26th. That's when it's going to be released. And I'm not even looking. Let's see what this says. Vane is the next marquee unit in the era of piracy, and his marquee begins on August 26th at 11 a.m. Pacific. Wow, that's what I already said. That was easy to figure out. What relic level is Vane needed for Galactic Legend Pirate King Hondo? Relic 7. Well, at least this question wasn't asked like, is he required for Pirate King Hondo? They just took it as, yeah, we know he's going to be, but how strong does he need to be? Relic 7. I mean, it's kind of a given. That's what they do nowadays anyways. You know, this isn't like the first 2 GLs that came out. Those ones had some nice low relics. Some characters only need to be Relic 3. You don't really see that anymore. You might see a sprinkling of Relic 5 here and there, but otherwise it's 7 nowadays. 7, 8, and 9 are the Relic levels you need to have your characters at. But anyways, there it was, Developer's Insights. Vane, a tank. Do we have a tank yet? I'm trying to think of what the other characters are. I think you have Quiggled, he's an attacker, right? You have Captain Athano. I don't know what he is. I don't think he's a tank, though. I just know of him as leader, so that's what I think of him as. There's Kix. Kix is I would assume he's a support because he offers heals. Unless that's what he is a healer. Is healer its own category? Yeah, I guess it is. So maybe he's a healer. And who am I forgetting? I don't know. Oh yeah, Brutus. Is Brutus a tank? I feel like Brutus would be a tank, but maybe he's an attacker. I don't know, maybe we don't have a tank yet then, so Vane would be the tank for the team. I guess that's good. You need to have a tank. Anyways, I guess that's all I got for now, so hopefully come back around for that kit reveal, because obviously that's the one that's more important, so you can actually learn what this character is all about. Although, in a way, the Developer's Insight should teach you some too, but they kind of slack. Anyways, that's all I got for now, so thanks for checking this out with me, and until next time, I said see ya.